Dayna is a staff writer and photographer for Metrosphere magazine, as well as a DJ for Met Radio. She has reported on subjects near and far, including the magazine's November cover story on Burning Man. Here to tell us all about some of her favorite pieces is DJ Dayna Mont.
Hi. Very good. You pronounced it correctly.
Thank you. I was practicing the mirror all morning. I was like, Dayna Mont.
I've heard all types of different things.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Do people struggle with that?
Yeah, I was interviewed in Detroit, and a good friend of mine, actually, we were in the middle of an interview in front of all of my heroes, and she called me denotment.
Oh, no. Not what you were going for.
That's not what I was. It's okay, though. I didn't care because I was just excited to be there.
You were just excited. Well, we're excited to have you. You have covered some amazing pieces for the magazine, including one of our best issues, in my opinion, the Burning Man issue, which was a big moment for you. I know that you were very passionate about this. This was your passion project.
Yes, it was.
It wouldn't have happened without you. You really
Thanks.
brought this to life. So tell us a little bit about Burning Man. Briefly, for those who have not heard of Burning Man.
Right.
Right.
Excellent.
People.
What is it?
Do I get to have a disclaimer that I'm not speaking on behalf
you're not
of
the
everyone
spokesperson.
at Burning
Just
Man?
the general.
And also, first of all, I just want to say that issue wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for you and your vision. So it's a group effort, which kind of lends to what Burning Man is about. It's a 10-day festival in the desert, actually in Black Rock City, Nevada, and it's based around they have spiritual principles of radical self-expression, leave no trace, of course, is one of them, decommodification, all of these things, but essentially it's art. A lot of people are like, it's art and booty, it's art, it's art and music. A lot of people are like, you must go there for the music, and I tend to go out dancing less than I do exploring. I definitely can assure you that I did not go to see Daft Punk at the trash fence. So if you've gone to Burning Man, you know what that's about. But it is literally, you are in the desert, you are hot, and you need to set up your life. And I have a village of people that I camp with, and I stay insulated in that, except when we go off exploring.
Well, but the conditions are fierce. I mean,
Yes.
it's hot, it's dusty. You are even wearing the boots that you
I
had
s-
at Burning Man that still have some playa dust on them.
Yes, they have playa dust, and I at first I never want to get the dust off, and then by October or November, I'm wondering why is there dust everywhere, because I've been de-played. Essentially, I'm back in the real world, and having to be responsible. It took me a long time this year to recover. I actually had a pretty severe sinus infection because I didn't protect my sinuses as well as I did the first year.
Right, because there's so much dust blowing around, and
So I went, finally after many, many years, I'd been invited to go to Burning Man many years, and I was raised in a more communal type of environment, so once Burning Man came around, I was like, no, please.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with that,
Oh,
especially because I had listened to what people said about it, and not necessarily everything you read is true. And one of the reasons is that a lot of people want to keep Burning Man sacred, this sacred place where you can go and be yourself and feel like you're part of something. And a lot of people who maybe are really, straight and reserved in, this world go to Burning Man and they're freer and they express themselves in a way that they don't feel safe and comfortable doing here in this life we live in. So I applied for a media pass, which was actually kind of a source of contention for a lot of people, because as a journalist, it's very important that I have the freedom to write about what I want to write about. But you know what that was like for me. I had to apply to the Burning Man organization to get this pass in order to cover events and people at their event.
Yeah, it was quite a process.
Yeah.
It was not an easy thing. You didn't one does not just go to the playa. There was not only the planning personally for you and for your photographer, but just to get the credentials. And
we also had a professor
And a
from the
professor,
campus
yes.
who was out there, and he was mentoring us, Dr. Christopher Jennings, so he was really good too. And of course, Carl Glenn Payne, the amazing photojournalist that everybody needs to look at his work, you know.
Well, and the work that you brought back from Burning Man wasn't just, you know, it was unusual. It wasn't, I think, what people maybe expected. So you
It
reported,
wasn't what I expected.
right? You covered this story called the Awesome Spreader Project. Tell us a little bit about that. That was
So that's
really
the
an
one
incredible
story
piece.
that is in print and,
Yeah.
you know, that we've published. I chased about 7 stories,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the one that I felt confident presenting to the world because of the, you know, the multimedia aspect
Mm-hmm.
of it. And I had actually contacted Tex Allen off the playa, that's what we refer to, you know, the desert, and started talking to him about interviewing him, and he never made it this last year. And that's what happens is sometimes you think you're going, there's so many details into planning. One does not just go to Burning Man. But he has this sweater that he's essentially has found, not kidding you, in Colorado at a burner type of event where he picked up this sweater and brought it out to California, to Oakland, and started wearing it to the Burning Man Festival. It's gone to Africa Burn, it's gone all over the world.
Wow.
And I happened to interview Manny Torres, who happened to be the sweater keeper. It was all very 1980s. He was holding the sweater, but I got to interview him, and that was really neat.
Yeah, so before we run out of time, I wanted to just touch on some of your current pieces. You did a great piece on Prodigy Coffee House that was in the last
I love
issue.
that.
That's in the Elaria Swansea neighborhood.
Yes.
And tell us just briefly about Prodigy, and
So-
then we'll move on to your next piece, and then we'll get you out the door.
Okay, obviously I can't have a problem talking, so. But no, Prodigy was really neat because it started from a multimedia journalism class that I had to take. So I wanted to get something that was related to the commuter trains, which is like everyone's doing that. And I was defeated and feeling sorry for myself because, you know, it's hard
Yeah.
to be a journalist these days. And I wanted to present some content that meant something. Anyway, I landed in this coffee house that is in an old renovated Grease Monkey on the corner of 44th and anyway, up in Northeast Denver. And it turns out that one of the women that I started talking to was a student at Metropolitan State, University of Denver, and the owner was this really neat woman who has been working with at-risk youth in Denver for many, many years, and I found out it was a nonprofit coffee house. I found out that they have apprentices, not employees, so you come in there. Not only do they work on, you know, the art of steaming milk, but they work on the art of being themselves. And they're, you know, some of these kids don't have the same opportunities that I may have had growing up, or that, and you know, this is an opportunity for them to grow on the inside and the out. So
Beautiful, beautiful.
I love that.
I love it too. Well, thank you so much for coming today.
Absolutely.
We could talk to you all day.
I know. I should just have a whole
No,
segment devoted
We
to
should.
me.
should have
I
your
think-
own-
I think
your own
we'll have
show.
to have you back for sure.
I would love
for
to come
sure.
back.
Great to see you.
Thank you
Perfect.
so
Thank
much.
you so much.